Hey, welcome to Thoughtful Thursday. I am Amy.
And I'm Pastor Jason. Glad you're with us.
So glad you're with us. Chat, let us know you're here, wave, whatever you want to do with those little emoji bubbles. Let us know you're here. And today we're going to go through Psalm 13. Something a little different than normal Psalms, but we'll see how it works for us and how it works for you and get thoughtful with it. So let's get thoughtful. Welcome back. It's so glad to see you, and thank you for joining us. So, Jason, you're going to start us off with Psalm 13.
Psalm 13, everybody's favorite psalm. Now, I kind of think this is funny about today. It's like new hair day, right?
Yeah, no hair day is good.
I got a haircut, and you got like a kind of a pizzazz, like a real
funk. I like funk. I'm having fun with it.
Well, it looks really good. It's the new Aimee and I guess the tidied up Jason.
There you go.
So that's kind of fun. So, all right. Well, we're so glad you're with us. And hear these words again from David in Psalm 13. O Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you look the other way? How long must I struggle with anguish in my soul, with sorrow in my heart every day? How long will my enemy have the upper hand? Turn and answer me, O Lord my God. Restore the sparkle to my eyes, or I will die. Don't let my enemies gloat, saying, we have defeated him. Don't let them rejoice at my downfall. But I trust in your unfailing love, and I will rejoice because you have rescued me. I will sing to the Lord because he is good to me.
Wow. This one's definitely one to go through and see. Like with the first couple verses, you're seeing that sorrow, that lament of how long is this going to be? What is this time? What are these moments? Why are they taking so long? And he's going through that and thinking about that with sorrow in his heart. And then he's like, but I need your answer. He's crying out, saying, God, Lord God, answer me. Tell me what's going on. Give me what I'm looking for. Otherwise, these people, this evil is going to come against me. And then he finally comes into the end. You see, I will trust in you. Even through all this struggle, all this hardship, I will still trust in your salvation. And so it's very compact, but it goes through a lot of those little pieces of going through of why this act here of taking time, and then the evil that's against him, and then asking for God to answer, and then finding trust.
Yeah. This is truly a journey for David, all summed up, just like you said, in 6 verses. So, Aimee, I mean, is this even appropriate? I love this. So you're really pro Psalm. I'm really pro Psalm too. You know, and you're already like seeing into this, like it's good, but you know, in the bigger book of Psalms, this is a lot different. Very much unlike the rest of them, right? Because through all this, there's a lot of praise. There's a lot of bold faith and trust and affirmation and unfettered just confidence in the Lord, and proclaiming that in ways that that even like kind of make us feel a little alienated, right? It's like, I don't know if I'm that faithful. But then we get to Psalm 13, and it's like there's disillusionment with God. There's doubt. There's frustration. There's accusation. There's all these things. And you know, like, I mean, is this even appropriate in here? Like, what's going on? Like, did they just like, well, you know, David wrote it, so we better not, like, get it out? You
can't forget it, but yeah. It's one of those that authenticity of David in this. Yeah, you see him praising in so many different things, so many different ways of how he shows his praise in all the different Psalms. But in this one, you're seeing the humanality in him. Is that a word?
It is at Horizons.
It is today, anyways. And so you're seeing that human nature in him, where we doubt, we wonder, what about this timeline? Why is it taking so long for us? And why is God not answering? But the thing behind it is you're seeing that in us too. I see it in me, and so you can't leave that out.
Yeah.
You have to have that in there. Otherwise, you're not showing the whole picture. And I think that's a lot of what God is He wants you to see the whole thing and show you all the different feelings, even though you don't want them.
Yeah. So like a full relationship, as you know, in your relationships, with my relationships, with yours, is that. If you want that fullness, everything has to be on the table, and it has to be in the right seasons, right? It has to be in the right timing. But this is raw emotions, and God wants us to come to Him, not under certain pretenses or not under a filter of who we should be before God. God already knows where you're at and who you are, and He wants you to be comfortable with being there, and David just leads in this way. So Aimee, one of the other things that I really loved about this is you're talking about like David in this anguish, and he's sitting in it. For me, I'm always like, David's being a whiner, but God likes it, But you've pointed out to me that there's this time process that David's probably like sitting in this for days and kind of in that anguish, in a way that brings about this holy patience.
Definitely. Holy patience. Patience being that you guys who are listening to us can't actually hear us right now. And so I'm trying to figure that out. And so there's some patience in that as we're trying to figure it out today.
So we are muted now. People can see talking voices.
Yes, and hands. See hands gesturing. So we don't know what's going on, but it is still recording. So I will put up the recording later if that's the case.
Okay, so today's a moment of holy patience. And
yeah, definitely holy patience. We're going to just roll with it. Sorry if you're online. I'm going to pause you, but I'll pull it back up later for you to see. And so patience. Where are we at with patience? I don't know.
Well, so one of the, this is actually God's probably testing your patience right now.
There we go. I like that.
But one of the things that you said is that like God is teaching David this patience by causing David to sit faithfully in his anguish and wait and continue to be so expressive to God and not like just quiet and submissive, but to wait and to be surrendered.
Yeah, that wait, that patience, and it's in that waiting and in that silence sometimes that we hear the voice and we can feel that, so we can trust Him some more, so we can actually feel it within our bones. And so that's, definitely taking that moment.
And the other thing that I love that you talked about, you said this is a journey, is, how David ends. And you had said to me before we started rolling is that David, by him actually sharing this with God, verbally in this circumstance, he actually finds strength through really giving God this and letting the fullness of himself come out. And I love that you said that. So say more about why that's so important.
Authenticity. It's one of the words that I actually started using a lot more when I started going to Horizons.
We kind of like that.
It's one of the words. It was in one of a mission statement, but wasn't not the big mission statement we have, but it's in one of the little ones that if you read through all the information that you can find, it's in there somewhere.
It's our statement of who we are.
Oh, that is what it is. Thank you.
Authentic and intentional.
Yes. And hey, intentional. I like both of those words this year, apparently.
Go figure.
And so that authenticity, it's the truth. It's the raw form of being who you are. It's not putting up a facade and saying, oh, look, I'm pretty. I'm on Instagram or Facebook, and you're only seeing this portion of me. And we can get stuck there. And that's where people can see, oh, have such a great life. And you're only seeing this little portion on the screen when there's so much more going on.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, with that depth and authenticity, you can see that in David, and you can see that in even just this one moment, even though he can be so praiseworthy in everything else, and it can be daunting.
Yeah.
But you use that and you understand it, and that's where you can see that faith and that trust.
Yeah. So that strength for David and for us too is when we feel like God is hearing us in the fullness of ourselves, right?
Yes.
You know, and I think that's incredible, and also that we're gaining strength as we get to let that out and let it be heard and let it escape beyond us. Are we going again?
No, apparently I pushed a button.
All right. You ever have those technology days? like
Hey guys, as you can see, something went wrong today. We had it recorded and we were playing it live, and then there was no sound. And then we put it together afterwards, and I went to add something fun at the end of it so you can finish it off. But the whole thing, we missed like 3 minutes of the end of it on the recording, so I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe it's just something to help us remember to pause and be gracious in our patience, whether we have to have patience ourselves or we're giving patience to others and giving that grace. And so be patient with me as we figure this out, because it's something fun. I like being part of this Thursday and being thoughtful with all of you. So please comment, like, subscribe, share it out with your friends. We'd love to share this time with you and with them. And then also remember, Sunday we are on our last part of our sermon series of Ready This Time, and Jason's got a great message for us, so we can't wait to hear that. You can be in person or online. I'll be checking in with you either way. And then after service, we have our pickup for the Love Like That boxes, and come pick those up. And there's kids stuff. There's the books for the churchwide study. And then there's also some other fun things for you as well. You can also pick up your books there if you haven't bought them already. If you have any questions, go on to our website, the events page, or you can email us and we'll gladly talk to you, or you can message us. We are here on Facebook or whatever works for you. We can't wait to see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.